Bananas are one of the most popular fruits in the world. They're sweet, filling, and full of nutrients like potassium, magnesium, vitamin B6, and fiber. For many of us, a banana is the go-to snack. It's fast, affordable, and easy to carry around. But what if I told you that something as healthy as a banana could turn dangerous if you eat it the wrong way? Sounds hard to believe, but it's true. In fact, most people make at least one of these banana mistakes every single day without realizing it. Some of these mistakes may lead to serious health problems, and in rare cases, they can even become fatal. Now don't worry, this video isn't here to scare you away from bananas. In fact, when eaten the right way, bananas are one of the best fruits for energy, digestion, heart health, and even mood. But today, we're going to talk about 7 dangerous banana mistakes that you absolutely must avoid, especially if you want to stay healthy. Many of these mistakes are based on real scientific findings, and will also give you easy solutions along the way. So if you or someone you love eats bananas regularly, this information could be life-changing. Let's start with the first and most common mistake: eating bananas on an empty stomach. A lot of people grab a banana first thing in the morning, thinking it's a healthy breakfast option. But eating a banana alone on an empty stomach can actually upset your digestive system. Bananas are naturally acidic, and when your stomach is empty, that acid can irritate the lining of your stomach. This can lead to bloating, stomach discomfort, or even worsen problems like acid reflux or gastritis over time. On top of that, bananas are full of natural sugars. Without any fiber, fat, or protein to slow digestion, those sugars go straight into your bloodstream. This causes a quick spike in blood sugar levels, followed by a crash, leaving you tired and hungry again soon after. This is especially risky for people with prediabetes or insulin resistance. The fix is simple: never eat bananas alone on an empty stomach. Instead, pair them with a small serving of protein or healthy fat, like a spoonful of peanut butter, a few almonds, or even a boiled egg. This balances the sugar and makes digestion smoother. The second mistake is eating overripe bananas if you are diabetic or have high blood sugar levels. Most people love the sweet taste of a banana when it gets soft and covered in brown spots. It feels like a treat, but for diabetics, it's a trap. As bananas ripen, their starch turns into simple sugars like glucose and fructose. This makes them much higher on the glycemic index, meaning they raise your blood sugar more quickly. According to the American Diabetes Association, diabetics should stick to fruits with a low to moderate glycemic index to avoid sudden spikes in blood sugar. Overripe bananas are at the high end of that scale. So what should you do if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic? Go for bananas that are just ripe or even slightly green. These types of bananas contain more resistant starch, which takes longer to digest and helps keep blood sugar stable. Now let's talk about eating too many bananas in one day, which is our third major mistake. Because bananas are healthy, many people assume it's fine to eat as many as they want. But even good things can become dangerous in excess. Bananas are high in potassium, and while potassium is vital for heart and muscle function, too much of it can cause problems. When you consume too much potassium, especially from supplements or too many bananas, it can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. This is when there's too much potassium in your blood, and it can cause symptoms like muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and, in extreme cases, cardiac arrest. According to a study published in the Journal of Clinical Pathology, there have been rare cases where people who ate a large number of bananas daily developed dangerously high potassium levels. The safe limit? For most healthy adults, 1 to 2 bananas a day is perfectly fine. If you're very active, such as an athlete or someone who works outdoors in the heat and loses a lot of potassium through sweat, maybe 3. But don't go overboard. Moderation is key. Mistake number 4 is often made by parents or caregivers, giving bananas to babies too early. Bananas are soft and seem baby-friendly, So many people assume it's fine to introduce them early. But for infants younger than 6 months, bananas can be hard to digest. Their little stomachs are still developing, and the high fiber and starch content in bananas can lead to gas, constipation, or even allergic reactions. In some cases, early introduction of solid foods, including bananas, has been linked to digestive discomfort and reduced immunity in babies. That's why organizations like the World Health Organization recommend exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. After that, bananas can be introduced in mashed or pureed form, but start slowly and always check with your pediatrician before adding any solid foods to your baby's diet. The fifth mistake is one most people never think about: ignoring the chemical residue on banana peels. You might wonder, why does it matter? We don't eat the peel, right? But here's the thing. Most commercially grown bananas are sprayed with fungicides and pesticides to protect them during shipping. These chemicals can stay on the peel surface, and when you handle the peel and then touch the fruit or use the peel in smoothies or skin treatments, you may be exposing yourself to toxins. Also, some imported bananas are treated with ripening agents like ethylene gas, which are safe in small amounts, but it's still wise to wash fruits properly. Studies have found that traces of harmful substances can transfer from the peel to the fruit, especially if the banana has a thin or cracked skin. What should you do? It's easy. Just rinse bananas under running water before peeling. If you plan to use the peel in any way, make sure to use organic bananas and scrub the peel gently with a food-safe brush. So let's take a quick pause and reflect. You've now learned 5 major banana mistakes that most people make without knowing it. Eating them on an empty stomach, choosing overripe ones when diabetic, eating too many in a day, feeding them too early to babies, and ignoring pesticide risk. All of these can have real health consequences. But the good news is, every single one of these problems has a simple solution. With just a little knowledge and small habit changes, you can enjoy bananas safely and even boost their health benefits. You learned why eating bananas on an empty stomach can be harmful, why overripe bananas can spike your blood sugar if you're diabetic, why eating too many bananas can lead to potassium overload, how giving bananas too early to infants can harm their digestion, and the hidden risk of pesticide exposure from banana peels. Now, in this second part, we'll uncover the final 2 banana mistakes. These last 2 are especially important because they affect your kidneys and your metabolism. These aren't minor problems. They can build up slowly and lead to serious issues if left unchecked. And just like the earlier mistakes, the fixes are simple once you know what to do. So let's get started with mistake number 6. Mistake number 6 is eating bananas when you have poor kidney function, or any stage of chronic kidney disease, CKD. Most people know that bananas are high in potassium, and potassium is important for muscle function, heart rhythm, and nerve signaling. But here's the catch. If your kidneys are not working properly, they struggle to remove extra potassium from your blood. And when too much potassium builds up, it leads to a dangerous condition called hyperkalemia. This can cause serious symptoms like muscle weakness, abnormal heart rhythms, shortness of breath, and, in severe cases, it can even lead to cardiac arrest. The scary part is that hyperkalemia doesn't always show symptoms right away. You might feel fine until one day you experience something as serious as a heart problem. According to the National Kidney Foundation, potassium levels can become dangerously high in people with kidney disease from eating foods that seem healthy, like bananas, tomatoes, or potatoes. That's why people with CKD are often advised to avoid high potassium foods, or to eat them only in controlled amounts. One medium banana has around 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium. For a healthy adult, that's fine. But for someone with kidney issues, even one banana might be too much if their potassium levels are already elevated. If you've ever been told you have declining kidney function, or if you've had abnormal results on a kidney function test like GFR or creatinine, you should be cautious. Talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian who can help you create a kidney-friendly diet. In many cases, they may recommend switching to fruits that are lower in potassium, such as apples, berries, or grapes. The takeaway here is simple. Bananas are not dangerous for everyone, but they can be harmful if your kidneys can't do their job. Knowing your own health status makes all the difference. Let's move on to mistake number 7, and this one is surprisingly common in people who think they're eating healthy. The mistake is mixing bananas with other high-sugar fruits, especially in smoothies and fruit salads. This might sound odd at first. After all, fruit is good for you, right? Yes, but only in moderation and only when combined wisely. Bananas already have a good amount of sugar, around 14 grams in a medium-sized one. Now imagine blending that banana with mangoes, grapes, or pineapple, all of which are also high in sugar. What you get is a sugar bomb that your body has to process quickly. This causes a spike in blood glucose and a surge in insulin, which your body uses to move sugar into your cells. But here's the problem. When you get too much sugar at once, your liver starts converting the extra sugar into fat, particularly visceral fat. This is the dangerous fat that surrounds your internal organs. It increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, and heart problems. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that consuming excessive fructose from fruit juices or high-sugar smoothies can contribute to metabolic disorders over time. Even if you're eating only fruits, the combination and quantity matter. This is especially true for people who are trying to lose weight, manage their insulin levels, or control belly fat. So, what's the solution? Instead of combining bananas with other high-sugar fruits, pair them with low-sugar options. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries are perfect. They're low in sugar, but high in fiber and antioxidants. You can also add a scoop of protein powder or a handful of spinach to your smoothie to help balance blood sugar and slow digestion. A banana and blueberry smoothie with some chia seeds and almond milk is not only delicious, but also much better for your metabolism than a sugar-loaded fruit mix. Always think about balancing sugar with fiber, protein, or healthy fat to keep your body from going into fat storage mode. Now that we've covered all 7 banana mistakes, I want to give you a bonus tip that most people don't know. Have you ever thought about eating the banana peel? It might sound strange, but banana peels are actually packed with nutrients. They contain more fiber than the banana itself, along with antioxidants, magnesium, and even tryptophan, which helps your body produce serotonin, your happy hormone. Some cultures boil the peel to make tea, while others blend it into smoothies. Of course, if you're going to use the peel, make sure you wash it thoroughly and choose organic bananas to avoid pesticide exposure. While banana peels are still not common in most Western diets, more studies are beginning to show their potential health benefits, especially for digestion and mood. Let's now take a moment to recap all 7 dangerous banana mistakes we've discussed so far. Mistake number 1, eating bananas on an empty stomach, which can cause bloating, acid buildup, and blood sugar spikes. Mistake number 2, eating overripe bananas if you're diabetic or insulin resistant, which can cause a sharp increase in blood glucose. Mistake number 3, eating too many bananas per day, risking potassium overload and heart rhythm issues. Mistake number 4, giving bananas too early to infants under 6 months, which can lead to digestive problems. Mistake number 5, ignoring pesticide risks on banana peels, which can expose you to toxins. Mistake number 6, eating bananas with kidney disease, which can lead to dangerously high potassium levels. And mistake number 7, combining bananas with high sugar fruits, which can lead to insulin spikes, belly fat, and long-term metabolic problems. Each one of these mistakes is easy to make, but thankfully, each one is also easy to fix. With just a few simple changes in your eating habits, you can continue enjoying bananas without risking your health. Bananas are still a fantastic fruit. They're full of energy, vitamins, and minerals. They're affordable and widely available. But like any food, they need to be eaten wisely. When you understand how your body works and how different foods affect your health, you can make better choices. That's what true wellness is all about. Now here's your action step. If you eat bananas regularly, take a moment to look at your current habits. Are you eating them first thing in the morning without anything else? Do you go for very ripe ones if you're diabetic? Are you eating too many in a day thinking they're guilt-free? Or maybe you've never washed the peel because you assumed it didn't matter. Make a mental checklist and adjust wherever necessary. These small changes could protect your heart, improve your digestion, and even support your energy levels and immune system. And if you know someone who eats bananas every day, share this video with them. They might be making one or more of these mistakes without realizing the risks. Sometimes, just one piece of knowledge can prevent years of damage. That's the power of information and why it's so important to stay informed, especially about the foods we eat daily. Before we wrap up, let me give you one more practical tip. Timing matters. If you want to get the most benefits from a banana, eat it as a mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack, especially before or after a workout. That's when your body can best use the sugars for energy rather than storing them as fat. You can also add cinnamon to your banana for extra blood sugar control, or eat it with yogurt to support gut health. These small combinations make a big difference. So the next time you reach for a banana, think twice, but don't be afraid. This fruit can still be your best friend, as long as you respect it. Like any powerful tool, it depends on how you use it. Now that you know the 7 banana mistakes that can harm your health, you're better equipped to make the right choices. And when you eat bananas the right way, they can help you feel full, energized, and healthy. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more simple and powerful health tips like this. We post new videos every week to help you live a longer, healthier life with practical advice that actually works. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, let us know in the comments, how do you usually eat your bananas? Have you made any of these mistakes before? Your story could help someone else. Sharing is caring, and this community is all about learning together. Remember, your health is in your hands. Even small changes, like how you eat a banana, can lead to big improvements in how you feel. Take charge of your health, one bite at a time.